Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Good day to everyone. This is your teacher Joe, and we're going to study for this time the adjective function. It's adjective function number 2. This is about finding the adjectives in these sentences or on these sentences, and as our rule and guide, it says that adjectives are words that describe and modify nouns and pronouns. Um, Usually, they come right before the word they modify and answer the questions why, which one, or how many. As an example of this, the best business of the year has been achieved. So, this one is an adjective because it is a limiter, definite article, and best is an adjective, and the one that they are being modified is the word business. The is also an adjective, as we've said. It's a limiter, it's a definite article. All right, now let's begin with this numbers 1 to 20 here, but I'd like to read them to you before we proceed. And as I read, you try to bring out your paper and try to attempt to answer also the following 1 to 20. Remember that, again, that the adjectives are words that describe and modify nouns and pronouns. So whichever you can find in there, whichever noun, notice that something or a word may or may not be modifying them. Okay, so you try to analyze the sentence. But in this exercise, I will help you out so that you'll be able to recognize them, and with this lesson, build your skills in finding and using probably in your sentence the adjectives. All right. So we have here the iron screw ship was found. Number 2, the ship Braganza collided with another steamer. 3, she sank immediately with the loss of 22 lives. 4, nearly 125 years later, her wreck was found in 1994. In 1859, the Babylon Venetian was built. It was the first vessel made by the Belfast shipyard Harland and Wolff. Of the 21st ships built by the yard, 18 were for the BB Line. BB Line had provided strong business opportunity for Harland and Wolff. Arthur Wilson was the guiding force in the fortunes of BB Line. Realizing the vast potential of the Burma trade, Wilson ordered 2 new steamers. Lancashire and Yorkshire ships marked the practice of naming ships after English shire counties. The great potential of trooping was successfully utilized by the Arthur Bibi, excuse me, and he gained substantial trooping contracts for the Bibi Line. Yorkshire was the first of the Bibi fleet. It became known during this phase as Number 14 Transport. In 1891, Lancashire recorded the best time for the run to Burma. 17, it reached the place in 23 days and 20 hours. 18, BB Line established a superiority on the route for travel reliability. Its voyage was a non-stop disrupted record. European and global respect has been accorded to BB Line. Now, can you find the adjective in number 1? The iron screw ship was found. The technique that we will be using here is to first of all find the verb and the subject. Okay, the verb is was found, and the subject is ship. Now notice that the ship is being modified by the screw, and therefore this is an adjective. And iron is uh, modifying the screw, and therefore this is an adjective. And the as we said, is a limiter, is also an adjective. Okay? If you have gotten them correctly, then you're doing well with your grammar. Number 2, find the adjective. In number 2, we have, first of all, find the verb and the subject. Okay? And the verb is collided. The subject is Braganza. And therefore, we can now analyze, based on those, which word is being modified. So Braganza is being modified by the word ship, and therefore this is an adjective. And the is a definite article, and therefore that is an adjective. Okay? And streamer is a noun, and therefore another is an adjective. Alright? With cannot be used because it's a connector only. Number 3, she sank immediately with the loss of 22 lives. Find again the verb first. We have the sunk, and that is the verb. And then she is the subject. And find the nouns. We have the lives and the loss. Okay? So, the is your adjective, definite article, and 22 is your adjective also. Alright. This is a preposition. You cannot get that as an adjective. So, we're done with number 3. Go now to number 4. Nearly 125 years later, her wreck was found in 1991. This is a reverse sentence because of that comma. Okay? And therefore, we have to find the verb and the subject after that. Okay? Was found is the verb phrase or verb, and wreck is the subject. Her is an adjective. It's possessive. All possessives are adjectives. And then, okay, 125 is an adjective. Okay. And number 5, we have in 1859, the Babylon Venetian was built. Find again the verb was built. That is the verb. Venetian is the subject. And line is an adjective. BB is an adjective. The is an adjective. Alright? And we can also include 1859 as an adjective. Some say it cannot be. Well, what do you think? In 1859, the Babylon Venetian. Alright? So we cannot. So try to eliminate the 1859. Alright. Alright. Because it's already a noun, nothing modifies that one. Therefore, it cannot be used as an adjective. 6, it was the first vessel made by the Belfast shipyard, Harland and Wolff. Okay. The verb is was. Subject is it. Okay. Adjective is the. Okay. First is an adjective, vessel. What do you think? Okay. No, it cannot be used. Okay. As an adjective. Next is the. Is adjective. Okay. Shipyard is an adjective. Belfast is an adjective. 7, of the 21st ships 21 ships built by the yard, 18 were for the BB line. All right, and it's a reverse sentence. 18 is your subject, where is your verb, the is an adjective, BB is an adjective of the line. Of the 24 ships built by the yard, okay? So we have here yard, and the is an adjective as definite article, okay? 21 is an adjective, and the is an adjective also. All right. We go to the next, number 8. BB Line had provided strong business opportunity for Harland and Wolf. All right. Find again first the verb. Okay, we have the had provided as your verb, line or BB line as your subject. Okay, as I've said, technically, because these are two words, and therefore BB is an adjective of the word line. All right, and next is strong. Yeah, is an adjective. Okay, business is an adjective. Okay, and then for Harlan and Wolf. 9. Arthur Wilson was the guiding force in the fortunes of BB Line. Verb is was. Arthur Wilson is the subject. The is an adjective. Guiding is an adjective, because before you reach, these are actually your the end of finding the adjective. Whenever you are bumped or you bump the preposition, you stop there, and the last word as a noun is your focus, and then go back. What kind of force? Guiding, and then the. So these are the adjectives of words. After the preposition, you go again to the last one, fortunes, because you have the preposition there again. If fortunes is being modified, yes, it's being modified by the adjective or definite article, the, and then BB line. Realizing the vast potential of the Burma trade, Wilson ordered 2 new streamers. Okay, it's a reverse sentence again. Your verb is ordered, Wilson is your subject, okay, and the last word, which is noun, a noun, is being modified by the new and the to. This is your adjective. All right. 11. Lancashire and Yorkshire ships marked the practice of naming ships after Englishshire counties. Okay, we find the verb here. Okay, marked is your verb, ships is your subject. Is ships being modified? Yes, by Yorkshire and Lancashire. Therefore, this is adjective. And then after the verb marked, we have the definite article the, which is an adjective. Okay, it limits the practice. Okay, the word practice. Then after the preposition here, you go to the last one. All right, ships, and therefore this is an adjective. Okay, and this one is the last word being modified by English and shire, and therefore this is an adjective and an adjective. All right, we go to number 12. 12. The great potential of trooping was successfully utilized by Arthur BB. And okay, you have a prepositional phrase here, a prepositional phrase there. Okay, and therefore you cannot include that in finding the verb and the subject. The verb is was, and the subject is potential. Subject, verb. Okay? Successfully utilized by Arthur Beebe. Right. And great is an adjective. The is an adjective. Number 13, he gained substantial trooping contracts for the BB line. Okay, verb is gained, the subject is he. Okay, and then what is being modified? The contracts, because we have here a prepositional phrase. Okay, we bumped the prepositional phrase here, it blocks us, therefore the first two sets of words first must be analyzed. Contracts is being modified by trooping, therefore trooping is an adjective and substantial is an adjective. After the preposition, we have the BB line. Line is being modified by BB and the. Okay, so this is adjective, adjective. You notice that a lot of adjectives are actually being used in a sentence, and they actually try to describe and modify in order for the reader to understand what is being discussed. Okay, and the nature of a noun that is being placed in there as a concept. 14, Yorkshire was the first of the BB fleet. You have the was as your verb and Yorkshire as your subject. Okay, the is an adjective, and it describes and modifies the word first. Again, we bumped to that propositional phrase, and therefore we have to analyze the end noun fleet. BB is therefore an adjective. The is therefore an adjective. 15, it became known during this phase as number 14, transport. Verb is, okay, known, that is your verb. Subject is it. Okay, and therefore we have to analyze again. This is the one being modified phase. This is demonstrative. Okay, and number 14, transport. Transport is a noun. 14 therefore is an adjective. Okay, number is also an adjective. 16, in 1891, Lancashire recorded the best time for the run to Burma. Okay, recorded is the verb. Lancashire is the subject. Okay, again we have a prepositional phrase here that we bump, therefore stop from there, go back so that you could analyze first the first set of words, group of words, before you go after the preposition. And the one that is being described or modified is time. Therefore best is an adjective, the is an adjective. Then after the preposition you have the run to Burma. Alright, run is being modified by the, therefore the is an adjective. This is a prepositional phrase to some, infinitive phrase. Infinitive is if it is to plus verb. This is not. This is a preposition noun. Okay. 17, it reached the place in 23 days and 20 hours. Reach is the verb. It is the subject. Okay, we have a prepositional phrase again. Stop there and go back, and the place is therefore the one that is being modified by the Da is therefore the adjective. After the preposition, you have the 23 days and 20 hours. Hours is being modified by 20, therefore this is an adjective. Days is being modified by 23, therefore this is an adjective. All right? This conjunction cannot be used as an adjective. 18, BB line established superiority on the route. Some say route, some say route, for travel reliability. Okay? The verb here is established, and line is your subject, BB is your adjective. Okay? And we have the on as a preposition. Okay? And therefore we go to this, to advance this on this group of words. Reliability is being modified by travel, therefore this is an adjective. This is a prepositional phrase. Okay, so we have to stop again and up to the word route or route, then da is the adjective. 19, its voyage was a non-stop disrupted record. Okay, and was is the verb, voyage is an adjective, and its is a possessive, therefore it is an adjective. All possessives are adjectives. A is a indefinite article, therefore that is an adjective. Okay, record, okay, is the one being modified. Okay, right? Disrupted can be used as an adjective. Non-stop, adjective for the word record. 20, European and global respect has been accorded to BB line. Okay, verb phrase is has been accorded, and respect is your subject. Modified by global as adjective, and European as an adjective. Okay, and line is being modified by BB, therefore this is an adjective. So there you go. You have all those, although it's quite tiring and sometimes a bit confusing, but you have to practice and practice and practice, so you could be able to master your grammar. Finding the adjectives. Adjectives are so many in a sentence. Okay, right? Okay, so if you are able to were able to get all of those, then you have 100% there. Congratulations, and I hope that you'll be able to continue watching my video here, and you'll be learning a lot. If you do, please follow and share. Thank you very much.